Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going over the Weiss Schwarz English 2023 trophy cards. Now these are very exclusive cards only given out and awarded to players who compete in the TCG itself. So let's take a look at the cards, let's take a look at the events and just look into where you can kind of find out this information in general. So if you head over to the Weiss Schwarz website and click on tournaments and events, you'll get given all of this here and you can just click on the banner images. So if we head over to the first one, which is the Bushiroad Championship Series. Now, although it's a 2022 event, that was when they held their regional championships. Those who win at their regionals then get invited to the World Finals, which was held in January 2023. So let's click on World Finals and see which cards were awarded in 2023. So you then have to click on prizes to see the information and see the cards themselves. So to start with, before we get to the sort of trophy and prize cards, we had some entry PR cards. PR just means promo for Weiss Schwarz. And these ones on the left are Card Fight Vanguard, and it's WSE, which is the Weiss Schwarz card. So basically it says here how these are distributed. So one copy of this entry gift is applicable to all general attendees upon entering the venue. So anyone going, even if you're not competing, will receive this card just turning up to watch. And it's really, really nice to see we've got an Avatar, the Last Airbender card, team avatar with all the characters there on top of Appa. Really, really nice. I did buy this card recently. It's very cheap because it's just given out to everyone. And what's nice about this is obviously Avatar, the set isn't out yet, so it's really cool to see that and finally see it on the card. It does look even better in person. So moving on, we've got another event here at World Finals. It is a side event, so I guess for people that aren't competing in World Finals, they can turn up and also compete in this while they're there. So each participant will get a PR card for playing against 4 opponents. There's the Weiss Schwarz card. If you were competing in Card Fight Vanguard, obviously you would get the relevant card on the left-hand side. Now onto the World Finalist Participation card. So you would receive this for just being in the World Finals, no matter where you placed, as long as you were competing in it. And some of you may have already seen it. It is the Dragonmaid BCS 2022 World Finals card. So that was given to everyone competing. Now, it is essentially a regional championship card because everyone from regionals who won that goes to World Finals. The only difference is you have to then turn up at World Finals to get it, and the fact that it says World Finals on it. So from my perspective, if you were a collector or investor, it could be a little bit more desirable because it says World Finals rather than regional champion. But the way it was given out, it's essentially the same card. So that happened in January. Now, I believe this card kind of settled at around 1,000 to 1,500 US dollars roughly. And obviously these were all given out at the same time. I think there's probably around 20 to 30 of these cards that were given out. You could check by going to the regional championships here, clicking on locations. You could work out how many regionals there were. I know in other events there's normally about 20 to I think about 25 regional events that normally happen. So yeah, anywhere between 20 and 30 is quite likely a accurate number for this card. But if you were looking to buy it, obviously I'd advise you go and check those numbers and kind of work those exact numbers out before you purchased a card like that. So actually, before we leave this page, that was for participating in the World Finals. Now, as we move on, you also get a playmat, and the champion of the World Finals actually receives this prize card, which is a Hololive BCS 2022 World Champion card. Now, looking at the information they provide here, it seems that this was just given to the one champion, right? So this card is a 1-for-1 trophy card, only given out to one person. So I don't think this has been sold. I can't remember. It happened in January. I feel like I saw an image of it and that's it. Obviously, normally with trophy cards, a lot of the sales are private. You don't really see these on eBay. You have to be on the Weiss Schwarz Discord or the Weiss Schwarz Facebook group to be able to find these listings. They're not an eBay type of listing, but yeah, I mean, in that case where it's one of one, it's pretty much, if that went up for sale, it's just going to be the price that someone is willing to pay for it. It's hard to put a figure on a card like that where you don't have any sales to go from. So that was the Bushy Road Championship Series. Now, another event we have is Bushy Road Spring Fest. I'm sure you've all seen some Bushy Road Spring Fest stamped cards in Weiss Schwarz. And let's start with Shop Challenge. So these are held at local game stores before the regional championship is held at the Spring Fest events. So again, these Shop Challenge events have prizes, but because they're at locals, obviously the numbers of these are quite high. There's a lot more of these events than there are regional championships. So just for participating in your local Shop Challenge, you got this Kurumi card, and then for winning the Shop Challenge, you should have been awarded this BSF 2023 stamped Kurumi card. Now I say should because recently some people within the Weiss Schwarz community have expressed the fact that their store did not receive these cards. So they won their Shop Challenge, but unfortunately have not got the card yet. The store didn't even have the card when the Shop Challenge happened. So hopefully they can get them soon. And in terms of numbers, I think again you could click location here and see all of the stores that hold this event if you wanted to work out exact numbers. So I guess we could quickly check the UK if this loads. I know sometimes it links you to pages that don't seem to want to load, so we'll leave that running in the background, but they will just be local game stores. So if we head on to the regional championship tab and click on prizes, we can see what was actually being awarded at Spring Fest. So again, another participation card. We've got a Spring Fest BSF 2023 card here. Really nice artwork on this card. I have actually purchased this, but that was given to everyone who's participating in the Spring Fest event. So moving on, there are some other sort of prizes you can get, like coming top 3, you get a playmat. But the champion of Spring Fest gets this lovely Spring Fest 2023 regional champion Katara card. Katara Desire to Help. Now, again, really nice to see Avatar The Last Airbender before the set even comes out. So that's really, really cool. And something to note about Spring Fest events is that they're competed in teams of 3. So as you see here, each member of the champion team gets 1 copy. So for each Spring Fest event, there are 3 of these cards awarded to each player. Now, you can quite easily work out how many there are. Again, by going to location, you can see where Spring Fest is held. And here we've got 3 tabs: North America, Europe, Asia, and it will tell you all the places this is happening. If you expand it, it will tell you what events are happening on what days. Most of them hold Weiss Schwarz, but there are a few locations that don't. So for example, Puerto Rico does not have Weiss Schwarz, so you can't count 3 cards on this event here. There won't be any Weiss Schwarz. I have counted these already. I believe it was 54 copies that will be awarded to the 3 players that win. Now, obviously, as you can see, they started in March and they run till June. So to start with, once this happened, there were 3 copies of the card given out. Potentially some of these went up for sale, and then by the end of it, that will be all of them distributed. I don't know if that's the last one. Europe has until the 17th to the 18th, and Singapore has the last event actually in June, the end of June. So over a few months, these cards slowly hit the market. I would say if you're looking to purchase this, the best time I've noticed to buy these is I would say is like 3/4 of the events have happened, or all of the events. If it's kind of always depends on the IP and how popular it is, but The first one normally seems to sell quite high. It's someone who really wants to secure the card. But yeah, from last year when I picked up some regional championship cards, I did notice that because this is a time where most of these cards will hit the market, once these are sold and go into collectors' hands, they don't typically move that often. People don't typically buy these cards to try and flip them. So, in my opinion, the supply is the greatest for this card when around 3/4 of the Spring Fest events have happened, or all of them. And that is probably your best time to buy, but it does depend how desperate you are for the card as to whether you can sort of wait until then, because you might FOMO and think, oh, they're all going to be bought up by then. So it really depends on the IP, because I believe if there was another Bunny Girl My regional championship card, or if they made a ReZero Rem regional championship card, the demand would be very, very high. So I don't really know what would happen in that situation. Maybe the prices would just reflect that, but again, when you're 3/4 of the way through these events and there are a lot of these cards out there on the market, the price would come down. Personally, for this Katara card, it is really, really nice. I'm not in the market at the moment for purchasing this card. I just don't have the funds, but I would have loved to. I do have an image of this card, so as you can see here, that is just a flat image. It always looks really, really different when you can see the card with texture, foil and everything. So I'll show you a picture of someone's card now, and as you can see, stunning card. It looks really nice. Seeing this just makes me want to buy it, but unfortunately I can't. And I believe they sold the card for $1,800. There's a couple of listings already on the Facebook groups for around, I think, $2,000 or best offers. So yeah, if you're looking for that card, bear that in mind. But personally, I think the card will continue to drop, as I think only about 1/4 of the events have happened. So there will be a lot more of these cards hitting the market as more Springfest events happen. So on to the last event, we have Bushiroad Rumble Online. This is an online event held over Discord. This started happening, I believe, in 2021 when COVID was around and they couldn't hold Springfest or any events like that. But they are still continuing to do these events, which is really nice to see. So yeah, if we head over to prizes, we can see what was awarded here. And we have a Quints PR trophy card. So let's see if I can get this any bigger. No, it just opens it up even smaller. So yeah, we've got gold stamp with Bushiroad Rumble Online 2023. Now, I'm not 100% sure on when this happens. I mean, I guess you can literally just look at the information on the schedule. You can see when and what events are happening for what time. So you've got Europe, Asia, North America again. So yeah, keep an eye out on that if you're interested in that Quints trophy card. So that is the English Weiss Schwarz trophy cards that are coming out, and some of them are already out this year. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit like, and if you're not subscribed at this point, please hit subscribe. I'm sure you will be watching more of my Weiss Schwarz content. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.